lights, cameras, action. Now let's engage in the dialogue. Let me browse through your mind like a catalog. Conscious metaphysics, allow me to break down the specifics. Educate, motivate. If you don't feel free, you can liberate. An LLC is what I'm building, the #1 podcast in the building. So let me slide on up in the Bentley truck in my Versace shirts. They can't get enough of this deep conversation, expansion, elevation. I'll send you a link you can tap in. It ain't quite what I used to do back then. Now I get it on the front and the back end. Multiple money streams keep coming in. Enlighten, empower, evolve. Enlighten, empower, evolve. Greetings, everyone. I'm Luke Bryan Smith, and welcome to Enlightened, Empowered, Evolved. I believe everyone is doing well and everything is unfolding perfectly. I have an amazing guest today. I'm excited. Her name is Christal McElveen. And before she tells you anything about her, I'm going to tell you a little bit about her. Spiritually gifted, Christal, Quartz Queen, has a unique ability to connect with her community and clients on a deep spiritual level. She provides transformational healing, awareness, and insightful guidance through Reiki, energy work, crystals, herbs, and more powerful tools. I am an experience, she says. She tells most. I assist male and female. However, her passion is the divine feminine. She says, I am the spiritual liaison to your truest heart's desires, whatever that is for you. Amazing. How are you today, Christal?
I am wonderful. I am blessed. Thank you so much for having me. It's
Yes,
an honor.
yes, and the feeling is mutual because I feel like this, and I really do. I say this, I try to make sure I say this on each segment, that I believe time is one of our most precious assets. So for you to choose to spend even just a brief moment of your time here, I just have to extend my sincerest gratitude to you. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
So let's just get right into it. Like I said before, and we were talking. I'm letting everybody know we were talking, and this easing it up because we all family here. Everybody that's here, we're family. So I was talking to Christal prior to this segment, and she expressed that this was her first time. So being on something like this, and I think it's amazing because some people that probably have a podcast wouldn't want to have anybody that hasn't done it before. But me, I'm just so excited about talking to people and just getting to know, the amazing things people do in regards to spiritual or personal development, anything to do with that, and helping and elevating, the planet, the energy of the planet. So I'm actually honored to have you here on my show as a this being your first time doing this. It's an honor to me for you to do this. Thank you
Thank
again.
you. Thank you.
um, so let's just get right into it. First of all, let me something sticks out to me. How did you get this name, Quartz Queen? Queen. I know what quartz is, and I'm sure it has something to do with that. But how did you get that? And who named you that? You named yourself that? How'd that come about?
That actually, the name came from after I meditated out of the water. Well, my first name is Christal. My grandmother named me. And when I decided to go onto the spiritual journey, the quartz crystals always spoke to me, like spoke to me.
Yes. No.
My first one was the rose quartz, and my second one is the clear quartz, which is actually the most powerful crystal besides the selenite.
Wow.
And I was meditating in the water with actually this crystal right here.
Wow.
And that's when I came out of the water, I was gifted the name, I heard it, Quartz Queen.
Quartz
And that's
Queen.
been years ago. And I have carried that name. I'm actually also certified in crystals, but that is actually where that name came from.
Wow, that is amazing. And
Yeah.
for the people who don't know, and I know some to a certain extent, but tell us a little bit about what crystals do, other than look pretty.
They do a lot. First of all, crystals are tools. They are
Right.
here to serve us. Yes, they're gorgeous, but they have jobs.
Okay.
And I let all my clients and people that I run into, you don't just get a crystal because it's pretty. It has an intention.
Yes.
And it is for you to program what you want that crystal to do. Like a clear quartz can do many things. It can protect you, can cleanse negative energy, it can block, it can help release, it can also ground you. But if you don't give it the job, it
The
won't do
intention.
anything. That is
Yes.
correct. And
Right.
I also let people know that you actually have to be with that crystal for at least 3 days to get your energy into it.
Oh.
Because yes, it has to, because if not, it's not just going to automatically assume.
Hmm.
So you have to communicate with your crystals. There's maintenance, just like self-care. You have to cleanse them, which the simplest way is water, besides the ones that end in ITE. Anything that ends in ITE, stay away from water.
Hmm.
Yes, anything ends in ITE. You can get your selenite bowl and that'll work. But all the other crystals can go in water. And it doesn't take much. You don't need soap, water, and scrubbing it. Just a little bit of water goes a long way.
Wow, that's amazing. So to everyone that's watching and or listening, if you want to be educated a bit more on the various crystals and the uses and the maintenance of them, make sure you uh, contact Christal, and she will enlighten you on this. That is amazing. So you have a unique ability to connect with your community and clients on a deep spiritual level. Now, how did that begin? Have you always just been a spiritual person, or was there a time? I mean, we're all spiritual people, but connecting with that um, deep spiritual level and working with people, where did that begin? I mean, yeah.
Yeah, to answer the first question, of course, we're all spiritual, but I
Right,
was actually raised religion, very
right.
religion, Baptist. So
Me
when
too.
um, I could always see spirit and hear spirit, but
Right.
when I told my mother, she told me that was a curse,
That
and
was, yeah,
yeah,
demonized.
there was. Yeah, so there was
Yes.
8 days in the church. I was baptized and was told no.
Right.
So let's just fast forward because that was not going
No,
on in
no, you speaking
my
my
mother
language, and I
household.
not to disrupt you um or interrupt you, but you're speaking my language right now because we have similar journeys, especially us, being raised in Black American families with religious and going to church. And yeah, I'll tell you a little bit about my story a little bit, but I want to hear yours. Yeah, so go ahead. You were raised Baptist. Yeah,
Yes, I was raised Baptist. And if there was 8 days in the church, that was me.
right,
My mother had me baptized that Sunday. I did not understand why God would give me gifts if they
right,
were curses.
right,
So, and then I was also told you can't question God. I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to follow
right,
this person, but I
right.
can't have questions. And so that was fear, in a child.
Fear
What do
based.
you do? Yeah, 10 commandments, honor thy mother and thy father, thy days would be long.
Right,
And so if I went out, I thought my days were cut off. So I said, you know what? Because I'm a rebel. I admit I'm a Leo sun.
right,
I
right,
just went to the end of the Bible. I said, let me go to Revelations and see how this ends. And that's what I did. And I got on the choir.
right.
So I've always carried it. But
Right.
what actually fully awakened me to leave religion and go to spirit was my grandmother. She actually passed in December 31st, 2016. And she was my full awakening because she was my ride or die, everything, my mom, my everything, my confidant. And I knew in my spirit that was not the end. I knew death was not the end. I was like, okay, her physical body is not here. I get that. But there nobody won't be able to tell me that I cannot connect with my grandmama.
Right. Exactly.
So that took me on a journey right there, grieving, learning how to ground, connect with Mother Nature. I found every bit of me in learning how to let go, ground. And that was the first time I heard my inner voice and spirit talk to me on a deeper level.
Right.
And after that, I said, you know what? If I have this, everybody else has this. And I began to start my path and finding out who I am and why am I here? That's the question. Why are we here?
Right.
And yes, we got the matrix and everything external. We got that. We
Right.
masters in all of that.
Right.
But are you a master to yourself? Do you know what your purpose is?
Right.
And so I know that I am here to serve, but I love to be served.
Right.
And once I became aware, and of course, I educated, invested, I learned from many masters that had 50 plus years in the game. To me, it was a re-remembrance because it's already in me. It's
Right. It
just them
is.
guiding me. Yes, it's in everybody,
It
you
just
know.
gets suppressed and hidden, and you get programmed in another way, so you don't know that. See, I want to hear your story, but I want so bad to elaborate on what you're saying right
Go
now because
ahead.
I know
Go
exactly.
ahead.
Just briefly.
Yes.
Um, and I always say this. I don't ever criticize anybody's religion or anything like that because I believe whatever you're involved in, if that you feel at that point, I mean, whether you know or don't know that that's making you the happiest person that's at peace, go ahead and do it. But just like you, I always had these questions. And then I would be shushed, like the Bible says, don't question nothing. And just stuff didn't feel right. But this inner voice, this inner compass, this intuition, we all have it. And we were all created to create and to have more control over our lives than we've been led to believe. Go ahead. I know you want to say something.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Absolutely. You are so right. Earth is a school. We are here
Right.
to be taught. So everything that we was taught externally, that's what it was to keep us outside of self.
Right. Still,
When you
the way
and
things are going,
still,
when you're watching TV and when you get more awake, you see what they're doing. Oh, I see what they're doing. And that's why you stay away
that's
from
right.
certain things now.
That's right. That's just like Dr. CB. God bless him. He said, when you put on them glasses, you can't take them off.
Yeah,
Many are called, few are chosen.
you
So
are
when
chosen.
you have that level of awareness and you begin to do your inner work, you see we are all connected. We're all energy beings.
Yeah,
We are. Some people they're human sovereign, so they're on their own path.
right,
And that's fine. I give them grace. But see,
right.
I knew that it was my time. It was time. I mean, my warriors was speaking.
No,
Said, look,
I get it. Because even I'll say this: as far as I know, in my entire family, I'm the only one that's waking up or realizing that. Because even when I go around certain family members, it's just hard to listen to a lot of the things that they're trying to, and to keep the peace. I don't say anything. Like I'm not going to battle with them because I know anything that I'm telling them, um, they're not going to understand at this point, and then and just like your family, my family's mindset um was is has always been to demonize stuff that they don't understand. And even my own mom right now, and hopefully I'm okay if she sees this video, she doesn't get it. There's things that I don't get, so I'm not pointing, but I can just tell of how her mindset is. She thinks that I'm onto something that's no good. That's the devil or something. She doesn't understand.
Well,
And I know
well,
she
as
doesn't
humans,
understand.
yeah, as humans, we're taught to fear what we don't know.
No, right,
So when there is no recollection or no prior experience or anything to, okay, it can trigger something, they have us programmed to, oh, that's bad, that's the devil, that's wrong.
right,
He'll cut, cancel, and delete.
right.
And it's like, no, but if you want to remain, and I have family like that. I was blessed with mom, dad, stepmom, stepdad. So there is a lot of my family.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, they automatically, they was like, well, you don't believe in God? I said, yeah, I
yes,
believe in God. I
yeah,
mean, God is within all of us. I
yeah.
mean, come
That's right.
on now.
And don't go
But
too far though. Don't go too far and say that you are God. Don't say that, because that'll really throw them for a loop.
yeah, they'll start throwing holy water on me then.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's
So
amazing. We have
yeah.
so many and that's why I said it's a conversation. But you said 2016. That's exactly when um I if I have to put a label on it, that I started my transformation in 2016. And if you look at
Wow.
when I first got this YouTube channel, it was in 2016. So that's when I really started reading things on like metaphysics and like you said, law of attraction and just self-empowerment, and like you said, growing up, even going to church, I didn't feel empowered. I felt disempowered and scared that everything I did, I was going to be punished or burning some fire forever. So I would question, all the time, like, how do we have a creator that knows that we're going to do things outside of these rules and guidelines, and then throw me in some fire forever? I didn't believe that. Like, no, 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 no. And I have to have this, and even and I don't mean to disrespect anyone, but even the term God fearing, you don't have to fear God, because he loves you, or it loves you. The universe loves you. Why would, that's just like saying, you have a healthy, I guess you can have a healthy fear for your parents, but it truly, if we're doing our jobs right, shouldn't you shouldn't fear your mother and father. You should just love them and know they love you. You respect,
Absolutely.
but you shouldn't
Yes.
have to fear. So that even rubbed me the wrong way. So, but we in our society, especially in our culture, that is said like a badge of honor. I'm, God fearing, or even in regards to poverty, I'm humble. We grew up saying we humble poor people. Over and over in our head. And it's like, wait a minute. Oh, you'll get your gifts in the, later on when you go to heaven. We meant to be poor right now. No, you know, and this is, I'm saying this for awareness, and maybe some other people can
Yes.
connect, not to condemn, because people, our parents, our family are doing what's in their consciousness. They're not really doing that on purpose. They're not, and like you said, what's amazing is that, like you said, that that little saying, few are chosen. I'm just very happy that I am waking up and following my intuition and doing the work, self work, and empowering myself, and learning who I am, and learning that things aren't just, I'm not just powerless, and I'm just waiting for this man in the sky with a beard to control me like a puppet and control all my circumstances. No,
That's
I'm
right.
part of that everything, you know.
Everything. You are
Yeah,
part
so
of divine source. You are
so
infinite. We
yes,
are.
we
Yes,
are.
sir.
And like you said, no, I don't. And, I know everybody have different beliefs, but I just know from in here, my inner compass and my intuition, that, yeah, after this shell deteriorates and turns back into dirt, that's not the end of
That's not the
it.
end.
There's
And
energy,
that
never energy. We're energy. And,
never dies.
it never
That's
dies.
right.
It just trans, it, yeah.
It just transmutes. That is correct.
Transmutes. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Transitions.
that's the biggest part of my work is bringing people home back to
Right.
themselves, and that's where my deep spiritual work goes. I channel. I am a divine light and source with spirit. Being a seer is where I really shine because I can sit in the uncomfortable and be comfortable within anybody's darkness because there is no judgment with me. So
Exactly.
when
Wow.
someone comes to me and they are either at the beginning or even in it, wherever they are,
Right.
I am that guiding force to get them to their truest heart desires, which is their higher self. And that could be finding their divine path, their purpose. It could be anything because, see, I believe everyone is destined for greatness. And
Right.
so that's why I became that spiritual liaison. So I channel ancestors, people from the dead, all the things, their animal
Absolutely.
totems, their spirit guides, whoever is there that is their support team. That's where I show up.
That's
And
that.
I go
Oh, go
ahead.
ahead. No, no, no. I was just gonna say that's amazing. And again, when you're speaking about these things, the old me before would have been startled, like what, dead, distant, but it sounds like, comfortable to me now to listen to you, express and explain about this. It's, I've been around, like energy people such as yourself, and it's just,
Mhm.
it's become part of who I am now. But that's amazing.
Yeah, that's
Go ahead,
beautiful.
keep going. I'm
R-
listening.
Reiki, I'm a I'm an intuitive Reiki master teacher. And what that means is that intuitively I can connect with any individual and provide any and every types of healing for them. Now, most of the time that is an awakening for them because when they come to me, they don't know. Most
Right,
people, when they come to me, they're in denial or they're tired of going through whatever they're going through. And the only thing I ask is that you be committed. When my clients show up, it's like this. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
will appear. Right,
Reiki is a form of energy healing, which is from the ascended master Usui. And he knew that there was a way to heal the body without it being invasive. We have doctors, yes, but the body has the ability to heal itself. But
right,
we're in this rush game. Reiki was also a big awakening to me because it also opened me to all my other gifts that I had.
right.
I don't know if you know about the clairs, like clairaudient,
Yes,
clairsentient,
yes.
all those.
I'm
Yes,
familiar,
all.
but I can't say I'm well versed in all of them. But those names are familiar. I've spoken with people with those titles.
Yes.
But let me
So it
elaborate a
helped.
little bit of something to it with the health,
Okay.
just to elaborate on that. Amazing. The body does. We do, contrary to what we've been programmed in the way, um, uh, especially our culture, Western culture has led us to believe. And unfortunately, it's a sad thing. And I'll just say it a little bit that our health has been turned into, something to profit off of monetarily. So our gifts to heal ourselves are put on the back burner and hidden. But I follow, people, and see things like that. Like this, there's a man named Greg Braden who goes to like Tibet and stuff like that. And these people do these chants and they hook a person up that has a cancerous growth, and as they're chanting whatever they're chanting or meditating, they're watching that growth just disappear. So I've seen it firsthand. And I know I'm not trying to say that everybody can do just that, but we can heal ourselves. That's the bottom line. And there are ways that are more, connected with who we are to cleanse ourselves and to prevent that in the first place. You know,
Absolutely.
so that's
Absolutely.
amazing.
Because most of our traumas and health issues, it steers from unresolved experiences.
Right.
It's pretty much a trauma that you experience, either childhood and something that's carried you on through adulthood.
Agree.
And it is just masticized into something else. So, as a
Something unhealthy.
woman,
Right.
that is correct. So, as a woman, I have healed my fibroids with doing yoni steams and sacral movement. That's why I'm also a well woman wisdom practitioner. I bring women home back to their sacral, which is where our portal is as women.
Right.
And a lot of women have escaped their body. I was molested as a child, so I was not inhabiting my body. So, due to that, I went through a lot of experiences with men.
Right.
Well, it took me getting here to heal that. And when I healed that, that pain, that trauma, those experiences, the things that I was embarrassed,
Right.
it healed. And Reiki also helped me heal that. So I also teach Reiki because Reiki is not just healing the body, but it's also the mental and the spiritual. It's
Right.
all of that.
Right. That's amazing. And like I said, and again, and I don't want to highlight something that we're putting behind us, but just like you, I was also molested as well. So,
Mm,
and yes, so I mean, and as sad it is that people, it is to say I had to go through that, I guess, to become who I am today and absorb that and use that to as fuel to propel myself. Now I can work with other people and talk with other people who may have experienced the same thing, and they can get through that, and it doesn't have to just mess up your entire life,
that's correct.
and if it
I,
has, we can put an end to that, and move forward. Amazing.
yeah, I tell people that your biggest trauma is your biggest gift.
Right.
It
Oh, I
is.
love that. Your biggest trauma is your biggest gift. You hear that, everyone? Your
Yeah.
biggest trauma is your biggest gift. That's amazing.
Yeah, the scars that we go through, the things that we go through, when you heal it, there is a community waiting on you.
Right.
Wisdom is everything. Everybody has a story to tell.
Right. Yes.
And the thing
Yes.
is that are you willing to tell that story? Is fear going to stop you, or is it going to be the adrenaline to get you out there?
Yes. Amazing. I
Yeah.
love that. And after this segment too, it just, and I know this is random. I just think a lot, and especially if I'm speaking with someone that's triggering all kinds of, you know, eh, thoughts and stuff, I just say things. But I'm going to send you a link to that song entitled Vibration. And then I also watch this segment. I'm gonna look at it real quick while we're here. That I watched this segment today, um, and I'm inspired to send it to you. But it's called Ex Occultist. They call it the master key of the universe. I want you to listen to this guy and just hear how he breaks down things. I think you'll be interested. So I'm gonna
Well,
send you
thank
that link.
you.
You know what? Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to put it up on your send it to you through Messenger right now. I just sent that to you.
Well,
Yeah, just
thank you. I will definitely
check
look
it
at
out.
it.
It's a guy speaking, but wow, he got deep. But then it was also a lot of simplicity to it. It's like, okay, that makes sense. Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, it just came across my feed on Facebook, and I just listened to it today, and I was like, wow. It's just some things felt good. Like it wasn't
Hmm.
like the information was over there and I'm over here like, no. It felt like, oh, okay, I know this already. You know?
That's right.
So that's
That's
how
that
I
we
know that's
remember it.
yeah, I know
Yes.
this already. This feels right. You know.
Hmm.
So yeah, I shared that with you, and I'm gonna share that song entitled "Vibration" with you as well. I'm gonna send you the link to that when we get off. But before
Thank
we
you.
conclude this segment, I'm going to um, incorporate the links in the description of the video. But while we're here, how can people find you? Websites, anything, links, numbers,
Yeah.
anything. You can just say it
Well, my
right here.
number, yeah, well, thank you. Well, my website is Neptune's Gate, which is www.neptune, which is Neptunes gate, GATE.com. So it's neptunesgate.com. You can find me on Facebook, Christal McElveen. You can find my business on Facebook, which is Neptune's Gate. And you can call me. My number is my business number as well, which is area code 828-291-3156. So those are the ways to really reach me.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing that with us. And you have any uh last final statement, words, or something you'd like to share?
Well, yes. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you. This was really ease, ebb, flow. I love this. So I wanna honor you and I want to
Thank you.
thank you. And I want to let you know you are a beacon of light. So it is wonderful to see you. I
The
truly appreciate that.
feeling is mutual.
Hmm.
And wow, I'm not trying to add any theatrics, but the feelings is mutual. I feel very just invigorated and just energized after this conversation. And I told you it was gonna be easy. I told you. I told
You
you. We just
did.
talking. We talking and sharing. And when you share your things that are authentic to you, that you're really passionate about, it's not hard. It's not hard to talk
It's
about that
not.
because it's not something that you just read in the book and you're trying to memorize. It's something that you're sharing who you are and what your passions are. So
Mm-hmm.
and I can see it, and that's why you came across. So it looked like you've did this a million times already. Just the way you articulated yourself and the energy that's flowing out. So it's amazing.
I love what I do. I definitely love what I do. I'm very passionate about it. And I am a firm believer that everybody should have the ability to hear their inner voice. But if I had to leave you with anything, it would be this: know that you are destined for greatness. What you are seeking is also seeking you. Sometimes the support is not family, but you are always supported. It does take releasing. And in that release, it is a little discomfort. Even in the Bible, it said in the beginning.
Right.
Know that what you want is on the other side. All you have to do is keep going, speak your intentions, be clear, and your manifestations is yours.
Wow,
Leave it at that.
beautiful. Beautiful. That sounded the way you articulated that. It sounded like a poetry, like it was Maya
Mm.
Angelou speaking some of her wisdom. That's one of my favorite
Oh,
ladies out there is Maya Angelou. Just listening to her speak.
same.
Oh, I love listening to her
And
speak.
I love poetry, but yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
You are speaking my language.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Yeah. When she speaks, it's powerful, and it's not like she's trying to sound powerful. She just is. It just is that way. So, and that's when it's authentic. When you're not trying to sound like it just is. You just come across with. You can tell that that all that way that she sounds is from all that she's been through in life. Like you said, that your traumas, your gift or whatever you said, that reminds me of her. Yep. That's amazing.
It reminds me of you. I see that in you.
Oh yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I've been through a lot. But
yeah.
I think we all have. We all have our
We are.
battles. We've all have our scars and our adversities. And we can those are there for a reason, just like you said, to
Absolutely.
propel us and to fuel us to become great, you know.
Hmm.
Amazing.
Yes.
Thank you,
Ooh.
everyone, for watching. If you want to be part of this podcast, Enlightened, Empowered, Evolved podcast, You can email me at 333empower@gmail.com. Also, hit the like, the subscribe, whatever platform you're watching this on or listening to this on. Subscribe to it to hear more amazing content like this. Thank you for watching, everyone. I send you love and appreciation and peace. And just thank you. Thank you. Gratitude. That's the way I like to start and end everything, with gratitude. My day, everything. And it gives me more reasons to be thankful for. Thank you. See you soon.
Ashe.